all season. Why it wasn't the typical no-hitter. Coming up on The Buzz.
The Fox 9 Buzz starts right now with Alex Kendall, Jason Matheson, and Keith Marler.
Blue Man Group kicking
Numbers don't
some
always
up
win it.
there.
Yeah.
Well, from fat genes to late night eating, one dietitian is busting two popular myths about why people can't lose weight, and she's going to join us coming up.
First, you see him every morning after The Buzz. I'm talking to Nate Berkus about visiting Oprah's house. Buzz right here on Fox 9, and now here's Alex.
We've all heard people blame genetics for their battle with the bulge, but one registered dietitian says it's not an excuse. Her new book is called Living Skinny in Fat Genes. The author, Dr. Felicia Stoler, joins us now to talk about the book. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so you grew up in a family of people who were overweight.
Yes, my father was overweight. He's still overweight. I had a little temporary lapse of being overweight in my early 20s.
Okay. And you think that there's no truth, there's zero truth to having a genetic component or a connection to your genes and to being fat?
Right. I mean, when we see a genetic expression in a change of genes, it happens, you know, it doesn't happen in one generation the way obesity has seemingly happened so quickly in this country, literally in the last 20 years. I mean, our waistlines have gotten bigger slowly, but it's really about our lifestyle and our habits. You look around the world, we've all come from people from other countries in the United States. So if you go back to those countries, those people are still thin.
Okay, you also, you believe there's some diet myths that you address in the book. For instance, like eating late at night. We all think that, eating late at night causes us to gain weight. You say?
Not the case. It has to do with total calories in versus calories out, energy in versus energy out. It's the simple law of physics. What do you tell night shift workers if you tell them they can't eat late at night? Or the student, like when I was a graduate student and I would be up till 2 o'clock in the morning working on my dissertation, I would have to eat at like 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night because my brain continued to need energy.
Okay. And so you think that there are some, and you brought some examples here of some healthy snacks and then some that are discussed as healthy but are not.
Right. Foods that are better for you. So for example, people think don't eat fat, right? Fat's bad. There was this whole fat-free movement in the 90s, and what we learned was, well, actually we do need fat. Even I as a dietitian, as the science has evolved, I've changed my recommendations from recommending a 20% of calories from fat to 30% of calories from fat, but it should come from good fat. So let me give you an example here. You've got sort of the oily, salty nuts versus raw nuts, right? Almonds and walnuts being great nuts to have. We know about olive oil being good. This is Malaysian Palm Fruit Oil, not palm kernel oil. So we all thought the kernel oil was bad. We heard it was a bad for us oil, but the palm fruit oil, what you see here, the color of this, what color is that?
It's kind of an orange?
Yes, it's got beta carotene in it. It's got antioxidants in it. It's got tocotrienols in it. It's great. It's got the right blend for our cholesterol and heart health. This is actually the proprietary ingredient that's found in Smart Balance, for example, and some of the other spreads that are out there. Avocados as well. Or people are saying to me, oh, I really shouldn't eat that. I say that it's like a multivitamin. Loaded with fat. Good fats.
Good fat.
Right. So now let's go into, the sugary yogurt that we were both discussing our children would love to take part in. But, all yogurt is, I mean, it's tasty, it's good for you, but then there is, Greek yogurt, buying 0%, getting stuff that doesn't have added sugar in it. I brought here...
And these are nice and rich, and I think that's what you miss. Once you're eating the sugary, whipped kinds of yogurts, and you go for the Greek yogurt, the richness there, to me, that's what I
And the mouthfeel is so great with that because, it's a very versatile food. You can use it in place of sour cream. You can use it in dips. I just had a yogurt parfait this morning for breakfast. So another thing that I brought here were probiotics, which also can be great for people that have gastrointestinal discomfort or some issues, like IBS, Crohn's. These can be a godsend. The gut and the GI tract is the first line of defense for our immune system. So for so many people, this is a great way to get good bacteria, in addition to yogurt, for example, to help with our immune system. And there's so much emerging science coming out about the health benefits of taking probiotics.
Okay, quickly, you've got some other examples. We've got hummus,
which I love as a dip, and you can use that in place of
you can use
mayonnaise. I use that with tuna fish or with chicken salad. Use that. Love salsa, and you want to go for hot, right? You want to spice it up. So using hot sauce, applesauce. I have here an unsweetened applesauce, and I just brought this in as an example. So often people look for the sugar-free, fat-free stuff. Doesn't always taste good. Doesn't mean it's better for you. You know, if you want a cookie, eat one little cookie. I just brought, you know, sort of the sugar-free stuff.
You know, you brought these, and I love shortbread.
Yeah.
And absolutely, but now, you know, the butter and all those flavors you want, but you're saying eat the healthy stuff, but then treat yourself.
Treat yourself. We were talking about ice cream before. I'd rather have, instead of having a fat-free, sugar-free ice cream that tastes like chemicals,
yes,
eat a little bit of the real thing. It's okay.
Okay. I like the book. Some great ideas and suggestions for what to look for at restaurants, you know, keywords to, you know, stay away from.
Grocery
all good
lists
stuff. It's
as
called
well.
Living Skinny in Fat Genes. Dr. Felicia Stoler, thanks so much
My
for
pleasure.
joining us.
Thank you.
All right. And by the way, the book, you can catch it in bookstores now.
Well, forget hitting the drive-thru for fast food and Mexican food for that matter. After the break, simple Cinco de Mayo recipes from the host of Mexican Made Easy on the Food